In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a title and add it to your video. So I have my playhead already aligned exactly where I'm going to have my title show up. And I just want to show you that I'm not placing my title at the very beginning. I'm actually going to go a couple pictures in. So I have this little introduction, and then there's my motion. And then I'm going to have my title show up on this screen right here. So the first thing I want to do is under title at the top of your screen, you want to go new title. And this one is just going to be a default still. I'm going to call it Shafter. And that brings me into my titling screen. So I have my type tool selected here. So I'll just go and start where I want my title to go, and I'll just type in Shafter. And as you can see, I have not really the font I want, the size I want, anything. So first of all, I'm just going to call this Shafter, so I'm going to want my title to take up a lot more screen space. So I'm going to go in and adjust the size first of all. And maybe I should choose a font that I want. So I'm just going to use Open Sans. And now I'm going to just position, I'm just going to position that where I sort of want it to go. So already I'm looking pretty good. I'm going to now just do a little bit of styling with the color. Instead of having this pure white, so let me see if I can get regular. A little blocky, maybe I do want light. Let's try regular. Okay. So I'm going to do this with the color. So here's my font family, font style. You can go down and you can see there's all kinds of options that I have. So the fill type right now is white, so I can either click on the swatch and just make it a different gray, a little too gray, or I can choose the color sampler to sort of get a color that I like. Maybe I can get one a darker color from the cornfield. Not quite black, but close to it. I'm going to actually add an outer stroke. And this one I'm going to make super bright. A gray, but bright gray. And you can see what that's going to look like if I get into that cloud. And there we have it. We'll go back to the arrow to see how it looks. And there you have it. There's my title. And that's what it's going to look like. So I'll close my titling window. Of course, there are other things I can add if I want to. So I select it. I have all of these available. But I'm happy with that. And here it appears in my project panel. And now in order to add my title, I actually have to click it and drag it and drop it right on there. And this is what it's going to look like. It's just kind of going to show up. So I'm not real happy with how it just shows up. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to keyframe it. So my arrow tool, I'll just select it. Oops. Double click and it reopens. But I just want to select it here and go into Effect Controls. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to move it so that it's not on screen. So once again, I double click and I'm going to move that title off screen. When I double click on my program window, I'm affecting the title, because the title is on the top tier. If my image was on the top tier, I would be moving my image over here. So now I'm going to once again set keyframes in position this time. I'm not even going to use scale, I'm just going to use position. And I move my playhead where I want it to stop. This time I'm just going to have it come in halfway through, or maybe even a little sooner. And I'm just going to have it roll up and just kind of go right there. Now let's see what that looks like. Fit again. And let's just bring it full screen with the tilde key. And here it is. Let me play and see what we have. All the mistletoe grows in. So it's a little fast. I would kind of prefer it to be a little slower. And of course I can do that just by moving this second keyframe. Okay, but now the only issue I have is it just kind of disappears. So I actually want it to fade out. So in order to fade it out, I'm going to use something called my pen tool, which you can see right here. And the pen tool keyboard shortcut is just P. Once again, I'm just going to shrink this. Let's bring it up into full screen mode. Now, what I need to do in order to use my pen tool is to make my opacity line available to me. There it is. And if when you extend your track, your opacity line is not there, you may have to go in again and make sure that it's available. So show video keyframes will allow your opacity line to show up. So with my pen tool now, I can set a keyframe right in my sequence, set a second one, and just have that fade out. So just to show you what that effect is going to look like, go back into the window. And there you have it. So now that's how to keyframe, create a title, keyframe it, moving it into it, and then fade it out.